Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ray Dolan live, coming to you from Mullingar in Mullingar, and we're actually outside Dolan's Bar. So when in Mullingar, called to Dolan's Bar, we are coming to you live in an absolute gorgeous day, and we have a very important VIP guest with us this evening, just flown in, or this afternoon, flown in from America. But before we start the show, we'd like to thank Ellie from Cross Country Jive, who introduced the show from us, and she is from Welch's Island, which is that way. And as well as that, our show is coming to you in association with Santa Maria Nursing Home, and we were out there yesterday, and what fun we had. And we had a live broadcast. We go back to our post, we sang for nearly an hour and a half, and we had some VIP guests on. Really enjoyable day. And to Santa Maria Nursing Home, thank you very much, and all the staff out there who do an absolute amazing job. So our show is called The 12 Bongs, so we're going to start off with the 12 bongs. Bong, 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 bong. Frank Gillespie, can I have 4 or 6 bongs, please?
Bong, 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 bong.
Legend, ladies and gentlemen. Frank, it is a pleasure to have you on board, and great to be in the bus with you. You're home from Boston. You live out there now.
Yeah, and it's great to be home after 3 years.
Wow, 3 years.
Yeah, it's close to 3 years. I haven't been here now since Brendan passed away.
God bless
Great
him.
Brendan
How
Grace.
long is that? 3 years?
It'll be 3 years now in July.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Huh?
so we got through the pandemic and we fought the war. So they did here in Ireland as well, which is great to see everything opened up, and it's nice to be home. It's nice to go in and have a pint of Guinness and be able to sit at the bar and in Dolan's Bar. It's nice to be in Dolan's Bar. I should say it's nice to be outside Dolan's Bar, but
Exactly.
I had great times in Dolan's Bar as well.
You definitely did. You were a
Yeah.
good friend of Joe's, and you had
yeah.
the crack. But you, as I say, you know everyone. You're a great
Yeah.
friend of Frank Jack Charlton. You
Yeah.
wrote a book with Jack Charlton. You were in the music business. You were
Yeah.
involved in the pub business. What do you do now?
I sell real estate.
Ah, my God.
Yeah, I do, and I look after 2 boys in Boston, Patrick and James.
Oh, hello, Patrick and James,
Yeah.
and absolute legends. Both very much involved in music.
Both very much involved in music, and especially Patrick and theatre. Melanie has a drama school in Boston.
Hello, Melanie.
Hi Mel, if you're looking in. And she's very successful and brought it from a small tier to a big empire of kids. That
Wow.
She has a waiting list now. She goes to so many kids in her class. She does all types of drama and puts on some big shows then.
You're living in
Yeah.
Boston.
Living in Boston.
How long?
I'm living in Boston. I first went to Boston in 1978
Go away.
to play football with a team called St. Pat's in Boston.
Right,
And I went for 3 months, went back in 79,
right.
and then 81 I spent a year there, and I went back in 85 I think for good.
You're
Totally illegal.
And how did you become illegal then? Unillegal?
Sure.
Pass the exam?
Pull strings like. But anyone there in 81 they gave an amnesty, so I got the
Oh,
amnesty.
right, yeah.
And they were very good to us. The Americans gave us a great welcome in, and we were afraid to go down to the office in case we were going to be arrested and sent back. So they gave this amnesty, and they were more than good to us, and they took us into their country.
Do you feel very much Irish now in America?
I feel very much Irish in America.
Yeah.
My boys feel Irish in America. Even if they were born in Jupiter, Florida.
Right.
They're Irish.
Yeah.
That's the way they do a lot of. They do a lot of American things. James plays a lot of American football, but he also plays hurling and football.
Right. You're
Yeah.
involved with football teams as well, is that right, in America?
Yeah, I started a team in Boston called the Wolf Tones in 1989,
Right.
and they went on to win junior championship, intermediate championship, and we won a senior championship a few years ago.
Is that hurling or is that football?
That's football.
Gaelic football.
Gaelic football.
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
it huge in America?
It's big
Yeah.
in the big cities where the congregation of Irish. Unfortunately, for us in one way, there's not a lot of Irish coming over anymore. But students come over in the summer.
Okay, yeah.
So we try and get the good footballers and stuff like that. But we have an awful lot of American kids now playing Gaelic football and hurling. And it proved in last week in New York, Sligo were playing New York in the championship, and a lot of the guys on the New York team were American kids.
Amazing.
In the county team, yeah. Which
With
is
Irish
great.
names.
Yes, Irish names. Some Italians as well.
Go away.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yes.
The other thing is you wrote a book.
I did.
Or is that 2 books or 1 book
I
or 3
wrote
books?
1 book, and I kind of have another one, on the way.
Right, it's cooking.
It's cooking. It's taken a while.
The last
we
book
get
was
it there.
about.
The last book basically was about. It was basically, I suppose, a book is you give away everything.
Okay.
It's an autobiography. It's your life story.
And everyone
So I started it off in Turles Pass, of course.
Right.
Where
Where you're from originally.
Where I'm
yeah.
from and where I love. And it went on to me going to the States, playing football, buying the bars, all the people that came in to me down through the years. I felt if I closed the doors of the Blackthorn without writing a book or writing it all down, it wouldn't be, I'd feel bad. I wanted to just
closure.
take it off the walls and put it into a book. And I did. And the book started off as a bit of crack.
Right, yeah.
To give it out to everybody. But I got a publisher here in Ireland, and the book went on. I had 1,000 people at my launch in the Submarine Bar in Dublin. Yeah, I had half the Irish team. Jack came over, of course. We got on the news that night, 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock news.
Wow.
We got great publicity. I'll tell you a funny story. We had Micheál O'Murray-Hertig at the launch.
Right.
And Micheál says to me, he said, I had a launch, he said, for my book a month ago in Croke Park. And he said, I had 25 people at my launch. This is unbelievable, he said. 1,000 people at your launch. I said, Micheál, there's one difference. You'll sell 25,000, I'll be lucky if I sell 1,000.
If they all buy one in the house.
Yeah. So the book went on to create a bit of, friction and a bit of this, that and the other. Even though I set out to write the story to be nice, I wrote about all the funny things about the players.
How did you get involved with the players? Like, how did that come about, yourself and Jack Charlton? I know you bought a pub together.
We bought a pub.
In Dublin.
Yes,
What was the
we
name
did.
of it?
The Bag It In. The famous
that,
Bag
yeah.
It In. Actually, the pub where U2 started off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we used to get bands come from all over the world to rent out the back room so as they could record in it where U2 started off.
You're joking.
We even had a famous band from Japan one time. They came in and took it for a whole week. Yeah. And then myself and Pádraig Keane used to go out in the evening and chat to the lads in the band, and they used to be taking photographs. The Japanese are great taking photographs. And Pádraig was a great fiddle player because his dad played with the Chieftains, Sean Keane's son.
Wow.
And he was playing the fiddle, and they were taking photographs, and I was playing the spoons.
Yeah.
I'm a great spoon player, you know that.
That's what
I must play
they're,
with-
they're freaking your dinner with.
I must hop up on stage with the Dolan band some night and play the spoons.
Wesley Bachelor, yeah.
So anyway, hence about a year afterwards, one of them came back to Dublin and dropped in some albums, and myself and Pádraig were on the back of the album.
Oh, this is the Japan band.
The Japan rock band, yeah.
So how long do you have that for?
We had it for about 6 years.
To bag it in, yeah.
Yeah, and we got an offer we couldn't refuse.
Brilliant.
We were meant to do other things and move on and this, that and the other, but you know what, we were happy enough to.
Jack Charlton, how did you get to know Jack? You
It's
just
very
talked your way
funny.
in there, did you?
Would you believe the start of that probably was in one way the Furies?
Go on.
I'm in Australia on tour with the Furies because I did a lot of work with the Furies over the
Really?
years, and I managed them in the States and stuff.
Really, yeah.
And they brought me to Australia then on tour.
Right.
So I met John Charlton, Jack's son, in
Right.
Australia.
Right.
And he gave me stuff to bring back to Jack in Dublin and arranged for me to go to a game.
Go on.
And Jack kind of took me under his wing after that. And then the team came to Boston. And when they came to Boston, of course, they came into the Blackthorn. And, there was lines down the street when they heard the Irish team. And one night in the Blackthorn, I put the bartenders out. The place is heaving. The capacity was, I think, 200. I think we had about 400 in there, like sardines. And all the Irish team serving them. And they're throwing money at the lads. Serve me Ray, serve me Kevin, serve me. And
Wow.
John Aldridge then got up to finish off the night and he sang You'll Never Walk Alone. And the place was swaying with the whole... it was
So
just
in
such a
that
great
team
atmosphere.
then there was Roy Keane,
John Aldridge,
John Aldridge,
Ray Houghton,
Ray Houghton,
Packy Bonner,
Packy Bonner, all the...
John Sheridan, going back to all those guys, yeah. Kevin Moran, of course, which Kevin and I are great friends to this day. We always visit each other. Kevin was in Boston with me there.
They were stone mad days, especially in America,
Yeah.
especially in Ireland, because
Yeah.
everyone just went absolutely AWOL because
Yes.
Ireland done so well,
Yes.
and it was amazing time.
Yeah.
For some people looking in, you probably don't remember. Hello, Thomas. Thomas Maher looking in there. Hello, Thomas. How are you, sir?
How are you, Tom?
The relations are following
Jeez,
us.
I was with him last night until very early this morning, I think.
Go away, yeah.
We were in Malgavin's in Terrace Fast. We had a bit of a sing-song.
Oh, class job.
Yeah,
So you're home at the moment, but there's something very important that you have to do when you're home this time.
Yeah, in Newbridge, they put together a museum which they do of all the different stars down through the years, and it's Newbridge Cutlery, and the lady up there puts a museum together of all the stars. So Brendan has been there, and all his stuff, his motorbike and all the things that he had down through the years, his costumes, all his gigs are shown, and he's playing live on the TV cameras and stuff up there.
Before we go any
His suits are all
further
there.
now, what's your connection to Brendan?
My connection to Brendan was,
Probably no one knows.
well, first and foremost, he was a great friend of mine that I did a couple of gigs with, and he introduced me to his daughter Melanie, and he said to me one day, Melanie's going to college in Boston, and she's nowhere to park her car. Would you know of anywhere? I said, sure, she can park it in my driveway. I said, I've loads of room.
Right.
And his car never moved since.
Hi, Dave.
So she moved into Boston, and she parked her car, and she used to come up and down. We used to hang out, and eventually we tied the knot.
Did she finish her
She
apprenticeship in college?
She did.
She did.
With honours.
With honours. What was she doing? Was she doing
was
drama?
acting and drama and stuff like that, yeah, which is totally stood to her in the business she is in now. She's very successful at what she does.
So Brendan's gallery is on at the moment in...
His gallery is on in Newbridge, and we're
Newbridge.
going up there next week.
Mhm.
We're bringing a load of musicians, and we're going to have a little tribute to Brendan, and we'll sing a few songs, and it'll be emotional.
Oh, yeah.
Because we were very close.
Yeah, it's very raw still, like.
Brendan used to always say to me, he said, you know, he'd say to people when we'd meet people, he'd say, do you know Frank, he says, is my son-in-law, but I don't brag about it.
He was out on his own. There's a
Yeah.
picture that we have with Brendan Grace
Yeah.
and Joe on the back of the motorbike. Did you see that
Right,
one?
I did.
That was, I don't know where they drove it into, and I always remember Joe saying, do you know, I'd love to bring a motorbike on stage. Now, maybe it was after the scenario with Brendan
Yeah.
saying, yeah, bring a motorbike. He was talking about bringing it on the stage in the stadium at one stage.
Right.
This was the plan, but I don't think Ben went for it. He says, just lads, I don't know. Not a good idea. So look, it's great to have you on board. We've been keeping an eye on each other, as I say. You've been watching in from Boston, leaving messages
Yeah.
and the whole lot, and now we have you on the bus, as I said, on the 12 Bong show,
Yeah.
coming to you live from Mullingar. So what more can we say?
No, I want to say hello to my lovely sister and her husband, Claire and Mick Dunn, that's watching in Gaybrook. She's very good to me, always has the door open when I come home and my bed ready. And there was even Ben, I said, Ray, what was in my bed when I got into it last night? Now, it wasn't
hot water bottle.
It wasn't a blonde. It was a hot water bottle
Go away.
in my bed.
And another thing as well, is it your sister that done, she went viral actually for lying in the
She
snow
did.
doing an angel.
Melanie set her up in Boston to do an angel, and she had millions of views. Claire, yeah. Oh, by the way, I better say hello to Fanula and Orla. It was Orla's birthday yesterday. She's 26.
Happy birthday
To
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Orla. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, what about? I better say hello to Eileen Grace.
Oh, Ginny, yeah, definitely. Hello, Eileen.
Grace is looking in from Jupiter, Florida. Hi, Ilo. We're going to fly the flag for you in Newbridge, and we're going to go up and see BG. Oh, I have to show you something
Yeah.
very special.
Okay.
So when Melanie was doing her book, she did a child's book, a children's book. She on her second book, and it was basically about bullying and stuff like this. And it was during the time her dad was sick,
Okay.
and we knew it was going to be inevitable and stuff like that. But the book was going to press, and she said to the guy that was doing the illustrations, "I want to put something in as a tribute to my dad." Now, Brendan always loved birds and feeding the birds. You could be out in the middle of New York or Boston and be standing in the street throwing bread to the pigeons, you know what I mean? And it was one of his favourite birds was the robin.
All right.
And Melanie got the guy to draw a robin and put Butler's hat on him and Butler's scarf.
Wow.
And I said when I seen it, if I was ever going to get a tattoo,
yeah,
that would be it.
And you got it done?
2 weeks ago.
Show us. Oh, be God, look at that, folks.
Now,
We've
there
got
you go. If you can see
excellent, yeah.
Yeah.
Butler's and the
bird.
birds. Absolutely.
So he's
class.
wearing Butler's hat, Butler's scarf, and he's got a lovely red robin drawn there, and he's winking. I got him to do a wink as well. So there you go. How about that? After
Fair
all
play.
these years, I'm in the tattoo club.
And that's your only tattoo?
That's the only tattoo that you're going to see.
Well, there you are, Frank Gillespie. Thank you very much, Frank, for coming in and saying hello. He's in town at the moment, and he's on tour because he's got a lot of business to do as well. So once again, thank you, Frank.
Thanks,
so
everybody.
We're
Thanks,
going to continue with our show here. We have a few shout outs to be done. We have birthday shout outs to Bridie Bracken here in Mullingar. Happy birthday to you. And Seamus Casey, who just joined us a few minutes ago, it's his birthday as well. We have Michael Kiernan in Mullingar. Happy birthday to you. And Mark Dolan from Athlone. Happy birthday to you, Mark. Robert Shaw in Mullingar, it's your birthday. And Lorraine Flynn, happy birthday to you too. Packy Kelly looking in from Packy Kelly looking in from just outside the lake there at Loughnell. Happy birthday to you. And Sarah Dowling in Athy, happy birthday to you. Claire Brazel in Balnabrackie, which we were out that direction yesterday, happy birthday to you. And Ronan Casey, son of Seamus Casey. Great family planning. Same day. Happy birthday to you, Ronan. Dara Doyle in Lucan, happy birthday to you. And once again to Mary Cross, who's looking in from Somerset. Mary, we got the parcel. She sent a parcel of clothes for the college veilers who live up our way, and fair play to you, Mary. We're going to give them out this evening to the college veilers. Thanks very much for that. We have our food shout out competition winner today is Gilleran's Pub. Big shout out to our friends down there. And our Facebook page recommendation is Olympic Boxing Club here in Mullingar. Do fantastic work and well worth checking out their page. As well as that, our shop local pick of the day is the Refill Mill. Very interesting shop. All you do is you go with your empty bottles and your empty bags that you need to keep you going for the week, or for 2 days or 3 days or 4 days or 2 weeks. So that's the Refill Mill here in Mullingar. Big shout out to Ken Smullen and all his volunteer group who do an amazing job bringing food to kids in the Midlands. Yes, in Mullingar and Tullamore we have a problem. Kids are going to school hungry, so check out Ken Smullen's page. And don't forget, folks, you want to join us on board the bus to tell your story, have a bit of crack, or promote your business, get in contact with us here on this channel. Now, as well as that, what else have we got for you? Don't forget, there's a big event on, and it's coming very, very soon indeed. It's called the Westmeath Bachelors Competition, and it's all ready by next week. All these amazing artists are going to be on it. Check out the Facebook page and head to Mullingar. When is it going to be on? It's going to be on the 31st. Oh no, that's the flat. The 29th and the 30th and the 1st of the end of this month, April, May. And then as well as that, the Mullingar Flat Kjol is on the 31st to the 7th of August, and it's going to be stone mad. We're really looking forward to that one. And the Mullingar Agriculture Show is on the 10th of July. Now, an interesting thing for you folks, if you want to win some money, it's very, very simple. It's a virtual lotto. All you have to do is go to the Facebook page, pick out where the link is, drop a few pound in, pick 4 numbers, and you could win in the Downs this week. You could win Downs GAA Club. Look for that page. It's €3,000. In Multifarnham GAA Lotto jackpot is 13,300, and the Calucan jackpot is 13,000 as well. Huge money to be won. And no matter where you are in the world, you can do this, whether you're sitting outside the Dolan's pub or you're sitting in Boston outside any pub or GAA centre. It can be done from anywhere, and put the money in and whoosh, they'll send the money back if you win. Now the Rugby Club Mullingar Virtual Lotto is on, and 2,700. We didn't get any information back on that. And Shandona as well is on a Thursday. So to all our friends who are looking in, thank you very, very much indeed. And you know what, we'll have a quick look in, myself and Frank will have a quick look in and see who has joined us on board here, because we have a lot of VIPs joining us, Frank. Let's see.
That's great.
Here we go, just a lot of people. Here we go. Oh my God, we're back to start. Right. Anyone who's written in, we're going to say hello to you. Audrey Nealis is looking in from Clady. Good evening and good afternoon to you. And Audrey once again is looking in from Clady. Margaret Russell is looking in from downtown Mullingar. Great to know you're on board. And Claire Dunn,
oh my God,
is on board.
Hi,
yes.
Claire.
Claire is there, and she writes, hi Ray, hi to my brother Frank. She loves you.
There you go.
Loves you. Valentina is looking in from Bucharest, which is only far side of Kalukan.
Yes.
And Dr. Kumar is on board, looking in from around Maynooth direction. We have Carmen Kennedy is on board, and she says, hello Ray, hope you're having a nice day and that your family are having a lovely Easter. And that's coming in from Carmen Kennedy in London. We have Sally Taylor who is on board, and she's looking in from Derry. And we have Tracy Smith, who invited us to the Santa Maria nursing home yesterday, and she says, go on Ray, bong, wild woman. We have Hilda Byrne is looking in there as well from Mullingar, and up to Daisy we have Lizzie Farr looking in from Dublin. Hello to you, Lizzie. Valentina once again, Margaret Russell, and Hilda Byrne saying good morning, Margaret Russell. So the girls, it's like they're all chatting to each other in the bus.
Yeah,
it's great crack.
It's great. The bus is a famous bus, right?
The bus is, we're having some fun on the bus.
Yeah.
Now Audrey's gone stone mad sending messages to everyone here. Yeah. Patricia Kenna is looking in from Athlone. Hope you're keeping well. We are indeed. And I think that's our full gang. Kathleen McNamee, hi Ray. Mary Cross says hello. That's the ladies. And who else we got? Ray, chilling out, having a coffee. See you. They're singers in Ireland. My uncle had his own band. That's Mary Cross, a legend of a lady, and great to know. The Bagot Inn, must remember the Bagot Inn is still open. It is open still.
It's not. It's turned into a nightclub now at the moment, funny enough.
Oh, right then.
Across from Doheny and Nesbitt's on the famous Bagot Street.
Right.
And myself and Joe had a few pints there very often.
Really?
So he gave me his shoes there one night. He took off the shoes and gave me the loveliest pair of white shoes. What size do you take? He says. I said, I don't care what size they are, I want them.
Right.
And he gave them to me.
Well, there you are. You heard someone taking the coat off their back, and now the man gives you your shoes. Thomas Maher says, what time was that, Frank? LOL. I don't know. They were out
late, Tom.
You were out last night, I think.
We were.
Friends looking in from Crewe, you're very, very welcome. And we have a lot of people leaving messages. So really, to you all folks, thank you very, very much for taking the time to be with us. And we're going to head off now, and I think we've got through all the messages. Josie McCormick says, hi Ray from Kinnegad. And Dee Marie Gillespie. Who's that?
That's my daughter Donna in Boston. And Donna just had a baby boy, David Francis, about 2 months ago. And I'm a grandfather again for the third time.
How does that feel?
Oh, it feels great.
Good man. Well, thanks Steve for saying hello and writing into us. Fair play to you. Hello Frank, do you know the Fairies? Do you know them? That's Margaret Russell.
I know the Fairies very well.
And she's from around Mullingar. I think she was from outside Castletown Gagan maybe as well.
Right.
Okay, we've Mark McIntyre looking in from London. And Dee says, nice LOL. So I think we've got contact with everyone. So once again, folks, thanks for being with us. And my special guest, Frank Gillespie, a legend, as I said, in his own trousers. Good luck to you all. Bye for now.